What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about another piece of the Urban Decay Fall 2016 line. So I already did a video on the Illuminated Trio, the highlighter. I did a video just now on the Ultimate Basics, the new eyeshadow palette. And then now we're going to talk about these two lovely ladies. These are the Vice palettes. This is something relatively new, I think, for Urban Decay, and I absolutely love the idea. So Urban Decay, I need to zoom out. I'm like too close to my face. There we go. So Urban Decay this year came out with like 8,000 lipsticks. No, I think it's like 120, something insane. A shit ton of lipsticks. I mean, it's a lot of lipsticks. These palettes I think are a great idea in being able to try a lot for a smaller amounts. I am all about palettes and like sets and like at Sephora how they have the sets to try all the different stuff in like travel size. I love that because I know I'm not gonna finish an entire like lipsticks. That's not me. I'm not gonna finish one because I have too much stuff. So them coming out with a lipstick palette the same way they do the eyeshadows, I love it. There are actually two of them. There's the Blackmail palette and the Junkie lipstick palette. The ways to tell them apart do not exist on the outside. They look exactly the same on the outside. I was hoping that one was like different. Actually, now that I've opened them, even on the back, they don't say anything. They just say Vice lipstick palette. I was hoping that one was like one color and the other was like one was gold and one was more like silver, so then I could tell them apart without opening them. If you buy them both, then you're gonna have to open them or keep them in separate areas or like put a sticker on one to figure out the difference. But from what it looks like, the Blackmail palette is more wearable. Well, no, they're both pretty wearable. I kind of want to know what the differences are. It says the perfect mix of super wearable basics and pops of color is Blackmail. For makeup addicts who like to push the envelope, there's Junkie. That makes sense, and that's kind of what I was thinking because Junkie has like a bright green color in there. So other than the fact that the packaging doesn't, I mean, and you can see I literally just opened these when this video started and it's thumbprint galore. I really like how they're designed because it's very sleek, and you open it up and this is like a metally, everything's metal. It's got a gigantor mirror, and this is the best part. There is this little plastic cover for the lipsticks. I love that. So I think that this just looks nice, and that way you can't accidentally, like if you're using just the mirror, you're not gonna accidentally get crap all over your lipsticks. So it says lipstick is my vice, and you open it up and it's got a whole bunch. It's got 12 different colors. So this is the Junkie palette, and then this is the Blackmail palette. And I totally get, like, when I read that line about like this one being for everybody and this one being for makeup junkies and it being called Junkies, it makes sense when you look at it. Just because, I mean, this one definitely has like every color you could need to take with you like on a trip or just in general. And this one's got some more funky, out there, bold kind of colors. I also like that this comes with a retractable lip brush. Look at that. Pew, 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 pew. Because that's pretty important, especially when you're using lipsticks, you know, in a container like this. Having something that can be put away and like hidden so that it's not gonna make a giant mess is really important. So I'm going to swatch these on my arm. I apologize if you were hoping that I was gonna swatch them all on my lips, because I just know that my lips will not be able to handle multiple applications of lipstick at this point. So I'll do a look. I can't do 24 lipsticks. I'm not like Christine of Temptalia who can swatch 8,000 lipstick in a day and just be like, oh, I'll just put some lip balm on. No, my lips would fall off, and I know that. So let's first take a look at the Blackmail palette. The Blackmail palette is the one that is definitely more user-friendly. This is the one that I feel like anybody, whether you have like no makeup or you have a ton of makeup, is gonna get the most use out of, just because it really does cover the entire board, whether you wanna do a neutral lip or something really bold. So here are the colors. The first color is Sheer Shame, Firebird, Big Bang, Disobedient, Easy, 714, Vanished, 1993, Ex-Girlfriend, Amulet, Conspiracy, and Blackmail. Now, when I was looking at the palette, I was thinking a couple of them wouldn't work for me, but when I swatched them, I was like, oh my God, everything in this palette is perfect. And I love this because literally, I mean, you just saw from the swatches, it's covering everything. There are light neutrals, there are darker neutrals. Blackmail is the most amazing vampy shade ever. 714 is one of my favorite colors Urban Decay's ever created. And then it's got like the orangey colors that I love. It's got pinks, it's got lighter colors, dark. I mean, there's so much here that is just awesome. And I honestly, like, I'm just gonna say right now, if you are looking for makeup for Christmas, or you know someone that wants makeup or is trying to get into makeup, or you wanna make someone's day, this is such like a, I don't think I've ever seen a palette where I've been like, this is key, but this is key. This is definitely a palette that I can see every single person on earth needing and using. I'm one of those people that I forget I have lipsticks and stuff because I never see them, but being able to just open this and be like, oh, I think I want that one. I mean, just the way it's set up, it's a beautiful palette, and the colors, they really nailed it with the colors they chose to put in the palette. So now let's move on to Junkie, and this one is definitely a little bit more out of the box. So here are the colors. We have Disturbed, 714, Carnal, Safe Word, Studded, Whip, Wrath, Big Bang, Firebird, Vanity Kills, Speedball, and Junkie. So this one definitely has a lot of colors that still are wearable and that everybody can kind of get on board with. But then of course it has colors like Speedball, Vanity Kills, and Junkie, which are a little bit more out of the box and not really everybody's cup of tea. I like both of these palettes. There are some duplicates here. You have Firebird is in each of the palettes, Big Bang is in each of the palettes, 714 is in each of the palettes. For my lips today, I just can't stop looking at Vanity Kills and Speedball. So I think that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the Junkie palette. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Speedball first. The way that these are designed is that there's the actual lipstick and then there are these kind of ridges. They call them like a step platform or something, but it's kind of nice because then you can kind of just like, if you get too much, you can kind of wipe it on the side. And that way it's actually staying in the palette instead of kind of making a mess all over the palette. So they kind of really thought about different ways to make a lipstick palette, not like a normal lipstick palette where it gets just really messy really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this on like the outer corners. I also love that, like, I suck at applying lipstick, so using a brush is always kind of my go-to. So I'm about this. And this lip brush is really, I feel weird talking like this. This lip brush is really stiff, which makes it really easy to get like those crisp lines. So now what I'm gonna do is take Vanity Kills, which is this kind of light lilac-y color. Now I'm seeing the downside though too, because this brush is so stiff, it kind of is really digging into these colors a little bit more than I want. This is going in the center. I'm like obsessed with this. This is amazing. Okay, so each of these, oh my God, they're only $35 each. That is like a steal. Get both of them. If you don't get both of them, get the Blackmail one. This is awesome. $35 is such a steal for 12 lipsticks. And I mean, this Blackmail palette is going to be with me everywhere I travel from now on, just because it is literally every color. And I'm so much more likely to actually put lipstick on and stuff if it's like that versus just throwing a bunch of colors in my bag. I just feel like that's not really gonna cut it for me. I'll just stick to like lip balm if that's the case. I feel like I've been a broken record in all the things I've filmed so far with the new Urban Decay products. I think this is such a cool idea and like a great, it's designed so smart. And I mean, it is a bummer that there are some of the same colors in each of the palettes, but you gotta get at least that Blackmail one, man. If nothing else, the Blackmail one. I'm telling you, the colors are just so nice. They feel so nice on too. I'm a big fan. Okay, that's about it. So I'll see you guys later.